My name's Andy. I was at Just Believe from the end of September to early November last year, 2016, and then again early February to early March of this year, 2017. And actually, it was pretty bad that time because my mother flew across the country just to make sure I got to detox. Like, the last 48 hours were spent with her. I saw my life going nowhere again. Just holed up in my apartment, just wasting away. Only leaving to buy more booze, and well, that was pretty much it. And I wouldn't answer my phone when my friends or family would call, or people started to get worried and thought the worst. You know, the police came to check on me, and you know, it got bad, and I don't know. It wasn't my first time, so I knew that getting sober could also help me get happy again. And the help was offered, so I typically like to go as far down as I can, and then I accept the help. When I got here the first time, other clients came up to me, welcomed me, introduced me, made me feel comfortable, safe. Same with the staff. You know, I felt like I was in the right place. And having lived here for a little bit now, I didn't feel completely out of my element. The residence is amazing, and I always joke around with my friends saying, like, if it was an option to live there, I would, you know, not in treatment, you know. It's amazing. There's, you know, obviously you have groups pretty much all day, you know, except for the weekends, and they have stuff to keep your mind busy. I mean, your therapists give you work to do, but you're never bored with idle hands and just a wandering mind. You know, it's a great place. This is amazing. Yeah, I had never lived on the water or with a pool, both. Kayaks, I didn't want to leave. Well, my first therapist last year, I really connected with her. She drank like I did, and when I shared parts of my story, she could identify. When she shared parts of her story, I could identify, and there was that connection. And you know, it was almost like the icing on the cake. Like, I loved being here physically, I loved being here, you know, mentally, and now with a therapist I can relate to, I like being here emotionally. You know, it's just comfortable, but not comfortable in a bad way. It was comfortable to where I knew I can grow here. I definitely felt prepared, but I did. You know, I moved on to the ILP program after I left PHP, and it was my fault. You know, I wasn't taking the suggestions, and I was following the rules, but I was doing just what I needed to get by. And I knew I should have been doing more for my recovery, but I didn't. And that's why I ended up coming back here, and thankfully Just Believe let me come back, because I was in an even worse spot the second time before I got here. But they were gracious enough to let me come back, and you know, after leaving the second time, I was prepared. You know, I always knew what to do. I just never really, really wanted to do it because, like I said before, I need my life to get so bad to be able to realize, you know, I need to lose things because I take them for granted. And thankfully, I'm still sober today since the second time I went through. Life like now, I live in a sober house. I have a job. If anybody out there is struggling right now, through experience or not, I hope they find the faith that life can always get better. It doesn't have to get worse. And I've told myself that, but I need to feel, for me personally, I need to feel pain in order to feel pleasure, because I can't fully experience it without it. But just know that there are programs out there like Just Believe that really do want to help me. And I'm saying that because that is my exact experience. They helped me. You know, when I needed it, they were there. And I'm forever grateful. You know? And living sober today, doing what I do today, is how I show my gratitude for